The monstrous scale. Imagine a steel island so massive that it makes every other cruise ship in history look like a toy. This is the Icon of the Seas, a $2 billion engineering marvel that weighs over 250,000 tons. At nearly 1,200 feet long, this vessel is longer than the Eiffel Tower is tall. It is designed to carry nearly 10,000 people, including crew, within a structure that towers 20 decks into the sky. For many, the sight of this ship is not just impressive, it is genuinely terrifying. The sheer verticality and the dense layering of water slides, pools, and neighborhoods create a silhouette that feels more like a futuristic city from a science fiction movie than a traditional ocean liner. It is the ultimate expression of human ambition, a floating mountain of steel designed to conquer the Caribbean and redefine what we think is possible at sea. The thalassophobia factor. While many see Icon of the Seas as a dream vacation, there is a darker side to this level of scale that triggers a deep sense of unease. For those who suffer from thalassophobia or a fear of massive objects, the idea of 10,000 souls balanced on a single hull in the middle of the deep Atlantic is nightmare fuel. The engineering required to keep this much weight upright during a storm is staggering. Everything about this ship is pushed to the extreme, from the weight of its 6 record-breaking water slides to the massive glass dome sitting at its bow. When you stand at the pier and look up at the sheer wall of balconies, you realize that you aren't just boarding a ship, you are entering a closed ecosystem where the natural world is completely replaced by artificial thrills. It is a terrifyingly beautiful machine that challenges the laws of nature at every single turn. The creative mastermind. My name is Liam Grant, and I am the creative director responsible for the high-end visual storytelling and cinematic style you see on Loomsea tours. To achieve this level of premium quality, I utilize the world's most advanced AI tools to create viral content that captures attention and drives massive engagement. If you are looking for professional AI video production, high CTR thumbnail design, or luxury branding to elevate your own YouTube channel or business, I offer these exclusive services personally on Fiverr. You can find the link to my official profile at the very top of the description below. Whether you need a cinematic ship tour like this one or a complete brand overhaul, I am here to turn your vision into a digital masterpiece. Now, let us head back to the deck of this $2 billion giant and explore the most dangerous attraction ever built on a ship, Thrill Island and the Edge. At the very top of the ship lies Thrill Island, a place designed to push your adrenaline to the breaking point. This neighborhood is home to Category 6, the largest water park at sea, featuring slides that drop you at terrifying speeds from heights that would make most people dizzy. But the true terror is found at Crown's Edge. This attraction is a fear-inducing hybrid of a skywalk, a ropes course, and a thrill ride. You are harnessed in and forced to walk along a narrow platform jutting out over the side of the ship, hundreds of feet above the crashing waves of the ocean. Suddenly, the floor beneath your feet disappears, and you are left swinging over the open water. It is a heart-stopping moment that reminds you just how high up you are. For those seeking a rush, it is the ultimate high, but for the rest, it is a vivid reminder of the terrifying scale of this vessel. The Pearl and the Promenade. Moving into the heart of the ship, you encounter the Royal Promenade, but this isn't the shopping mall you've seen on older Royal Caribbean ships. Dominating the space is the Pearl, a massive 3-story kinetic glass sphere that serves as a structural support and a visual centerpiece. This multi-sensory installation is covered in thousands of moving tiles that shift and glow to simulate the movement of the ocean. The engineering here is unprecedented. The Pearl is designed to take the weight of the decks above while maintaining its hollow, ethereal beauty. Surrounding it are dozens of bars, lounges, and high-end boutiques that create a bustling metropolitan atmosphere. However, even here the scale is overwhelming. The ceilings are so high and the spaces so vast that it is easy to forget you're actually on a ship. It is an internal landscape that feels endless and slightly disorienting. Central Park and the open sky. If you need to escape the artificial noise, you can head to Central Park on Deck 8. This is a living, breathing park at sea, featuring over 30,000 real plants, trees, and shrubs. It is an open-air neighborhood that allows you to look straight up at the sky while surrounded by lush greenery. The contrast is startling. One moment you're in a high-tech lobby, and the next you're walking through a quiet garden with the sounds of birds chirping in the background. But even this peaceful sanctuary is a feat of extreme engineering. The weight of the soil, the irrigation systems, and the wind-blocking structures required to keep these plants alive in a saltwater environment is a massive undertaking. It is a beautiful, quiet escape, but it also highlights the strange, artificial nature of Icon of the Seas, a ship so large that it needs its own forest just to feel human. The AquaDome marvel. At the very front of the ship is the AquaDome, a massive structure of glass and steel that offers 270 degrees views of the horizon. During the day, it is a quiet lounge where you can watch the ocean, but at night, it transforms into a high-tech theater featuring a 55-foot-tall waterfall and robotic arms that move divers and performers through the air. The dome itself is the largest single glass and steel structure ever lifted onto a cruise ship, and its presence at the bow gives the ship its iconic bulbous look. Watching a show here is a surreal experience, as the elements of water, light, and motion blend together in a way that feels futuristic. Yet, standing under that massive glass roof while the ship navigates heavy seas is a reminder of the fragility and the incredible strength of this $2 billion experiment in luxury travel. The ultimate family townhouse. For those with a massive budget, Icon of the Seas offers the ultimate family townhouse. This is not a suite, it is a 3-story private residence that costs upwards of $80,000 per week. It comes with its own private slide connecting the bedrooms to the living area, a cinema room, and a massive balcony with a whirlpool. It is the pinnacle of the more is more philosophy that defines this ship. While the rest of the ship is crowded, this private kingdom offers a private kingdom where you can hide away from the masses. However, the price tag alone is enough to terrify the average traveler. It represents a level of excess that is almost hard to comprehend, providing every possible luxury for a family while reinforcing the massive gap between the standard cabin experience and the billionaire-level lifestyle that this ship was built to accommodate and celebrate. Chill Island and the pools. Icon of the Seas is built around the idea of choice, and nowhere is that more evident than Chill Island. This neighborhood spans 3 decks and contains 4 of the ship's 7 pools, including Royal Bay, the largest pool ever built on a ship. There's also Cloud 17, an adults-only retreat, and Swim and Tonic, the line's first swim-up bar at sea. The engineering here is focused on water management. Carrying this much fresh water at the top of a moving ship requires incredible stabilization and structural reinforcement. Everywhere you look, people are lounging, drinking, and swimming. It is a constant party that feels both exhilarating and chaotic. For many, this is the heart of the vacation, but the sheer density of people in such a concentrated area can feel like a human soup, adding to the overwhelming and slightly claustrophobic sensation of being on the world's largest floating city. The final verdict. So, is the icon of the seas a dream come true or a terrifying nightmare of excess? The answer depends on what you seek from the ocean. If you want endless thrills, record-breaking slides, and the energy of a bustling metropolis, there is no better place on Earth. But if you seek the traditional silence and solitude of the sea, this ship might be your greatest fear. It is a monument to human ingenuity and a reminder that we now can build cities that float. Regardless of how you feel, there is no denying that Icon of the Seas is the most significant vessel of our time. To see the full cinematic tour of every neighborhood and to decide for yourself if you would board this giant, visit my YouTube channel, Loonsea Tours. Click the link in my bio or the first link in the description below. Whether you need a cinematic ship tour like this one or a complete brand overhaul, I am here to turn your vision into a digital masterpiece. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the horizon.